Boff, and I'm a member of the London Assembly, and I'm currently the chair of the Assembly.
And can you name 3 things you would do to make London a more inclusive and accessible city for deaf and disabled Londoners?
Well, there's one big ticket item, which is we've got to get rid of floating bus stops. That definitely has to go. I'd ensure that black cabs, for example, can access bus lanes, all the bus lanes that there are, because a lot of wheelchair users use black cabs, and it's been made that much more difficult because of these increasing numbers of restrictions on them. And finally, I'd listen. I'd make sure that the whole of City Hall government is geared towards listening to what disabled people say, not just putting in innovations for the average person, but actually including disabled people from the start to the end of any new initiative.
I'm Zoe Garbett, Green Party candidate for Mayor of London.
And can you name 3 things you would do to make London a more inclusive and accessible city for deaf and disabled Londoners?
I think this is really important. We need to make our city as inclusive, safe and accessible for disabled Londoners. I think that starts with making sure we've got the right amount of council homes, so making sure we've got more council homes that are more accessible. I also want to make London more affordable, so bringing back that freedom pass travel so that people can get out and about with a free travel and step-free access. And then making it safer, holding the Met to account to making sure that they're better trained so they know how to support disabled people, they can spot hate crime, they can challenge it so that people feel safe leaving their homes.
Thank you, Adam. I really enjoyed today, and I really enjoyed reading the manifesto. My name's Rachael Blake, and I'm standing to be Labour's Member of Parliament for the cities of London and Westminster, which is here.
And can you name 3 things you would do to make London an inclusive and accessible city for all deaf and disabled Londoners?
I think we really need to deliver genuinely affordable homes, and I think that's been a good discussion that we've had tonight. That would make such a difference. We need to continue with the reform of the Met to tackle hate crime and disablism, and also we need to increase accessibility on London transport. Sadiq has already delivered 200 step-free stations, and I know is working on the plans for the next number of step-free stations, and I think that will make a difference.
I'm Hina Bokhari. I'm the Liberal Democrat London Assembly member.
And can you tell me 3 things you would do to make London a more accessible city for deaf and disabled Londoners?
Firstly, I think we need to have a disability champion or commissioner within City Hall, so that all areas, when it comes to transport, housing, economy, access to work, that we have a voice, that they have a voice on the table when these decisions are being made, when it comes to strategies, when it comes to policies. We need to also make sure that there's step-free access across London. I want to make sure that the Freedom Pass is back for 24 hours, before 9:30am. We also want to make sure that the third thing is housing. Housing is such a massive issue. Everyone's been talking about it today. We need more of it. We need it to be accessible. No, I don't think we've ever really met the 10% target for accessible housing. That has to be an issue. We need to have more of it accessible, and also the thing that you've been working on in Cladag to make sure that we've got those personal evacuation emergency plans in place. Without it, we're not going to have even safe Londoners or safe housing. So I'm going to be working with you, I'm going to be working with Inclusion London. I'm going to make sure that your voice is heard in every aspect of our work in London, in City.